Greetings, my dear ones. I am Buddha, and I am always very happy to be back to share my wisdom with humankind. I represent and speak on the behalf of Ascended Masters. My dear ones, your reality of 3D is changing rapidly in many ways, despite the fact the Dark Controllers are still trying to keep you in this illusionary world called the Matrix, which has been a prison for humanity for a long time. Their idea on how humans' existence supposed to be, it's in a form of a slavery force that only works most of the time, and the fruits of their labor are given to the negative entities. This existence is a made-up simulation where everything stays the same and nothing changes for the better. Evil felt happy and satisfied when light and love were dormant on this whole planet and inside of each you, and with not much progress overall in spiritual and technological advancement of mankind. Human beings were living lives without any chance to break out of this control system, which they thought was unbreakable. Even after the arrival of the advanced galactic souls to save Mother Gaia, nothing was changing in your reality. These souls were brainwashed like the rest of the human population. They forgot on who they were and their real purpose of elimination the darkness from this world. These souls ended up going through never-ending reincarnation circle. When the galactic light forces got involved from the distance with Earth, they ended the reincarnation cycles. Now, the advanced souls, who are still on this planet, will be able to finish their mission of helping with the ascension process. We, Ascended Masters, also stepped into the transition, sending high frequencies of light and communicating telepathically with the trusted souls. Many peaceful galactic civilizations stayed away from this part of the Milky Galaxy, as it always has been considered unfriendly and hostile, because of the Dark Controllers being in charge of your planet. Since Ashtar Command started overlooking Mother Earth, things started moving in a positive direction, like the complete destruction of the outworld dark technologies, such as an advanced cloning facility, reincarnations machines, weather-manipulating weapons, military bases, and etc., which were hidden in underground bases. I was also one of the souls who came a long time ago to help to rescue mankind from the oppression and violence, who got stuck in many reincarnations, and then finally ascended as Buddha after living 600 years in that life. Now, the vibrations in some parts of your world are raising. The awakened galactic souls keep increasing the vibration of light by doing the spiritual work. The seeds of truth are spreading around this reality, and they are breaking down the walls of darkness. The war conflicts in some regions are still ignited. They are representing a fight between the light and evil. The more truth comes out, the more positive events will happen, and a quicker transformation will occur on Gaia.
It's like a domino effect with a chain reaction. One piece causes the next piece to fall, one after another, which the Dark Souls and their minions can't stop this from happening. The ascension is long overdue on Mother Gaia, as it was superficially suppressed by the evil rulers. The awakened advanced souls should start for fulfilling their mission of saving this planet. All of the plans by darkness is failing, including the fake invasion coming from the negative outworlders. Nothing on what they try will come to fruition. They are also spreading the false information about this non-existent 3-eye atlas, using it as a distraction for the human society of spending a lot of time on it, instead of focusing on the liberation of their homeworld and the inner work of light. Do you think the Dark Souls would disclose to humankind about a galactic ship coming to Earth? Of course not. They are just using it against humanity of the same negative agenda, of looking for some power or someone to save them on the outside themselves. The evil ones are always trying to take the human population's attention away from the path of enlightenment towards the truth and freedom, with many distractions on the outside of movies, shows, sports, concerts, religions, wars, conflicts, phones, devices, apps, many different problems filled with drama and act. You have millions of galactic ships in the Milky Galaxy and around Earth, and many humans are still focusing on the one that does not exist. My dear ones, before believing on what anyone says, always check to make sure it's actually true and coming from reliable sources. Otherwise, you will be fooled over and over again. As NASA is not a good source for the truth, which lied about many things from the moon landings, their space station being in space, of astronauts being in outer space, and act. Too many words were said and stories fictionally created about Three-Eye Atlas by many. Of over 6 months now has passed since this lie was released to the public by the Dark Ones. A galactic ship is not going to take so long to get here. In the end, the things stayed the same. During my journey, I was doing the same thing of looking for the answers on the outside of myself. After many fruitless years, a realization finally came during silence, to seek the truth on the inside. From that moment on, my daily meditations under the Bodhi tree were the source for the truth, which answered all of my questions. I had devoted a lot of my time to be silent and listened to an inner voice within my soul of receiving guidance. Some days I stayed in this meditate state of silence for many long hours. To transform and raise yourself into a higher dimension of light, it only can be done through an inner transformation and evolution of your soul. There is no other way. This is on why you have only a small group of ascendant masters from Mother Gaia. The rest of humanity was always chasing some power or looking for someone to save them on the outside themselves. For example, India is known for having many spiritual masters come from the country, and yet sadly, overall, the population still lives in poverty.
Human beings got sidetracked by false hopes, promises, and etc. After all of that, they still continue to trust the ones who only serve their egos or darkness, spreading these false events which never come into a reality. Your focus should be on your spiritual growth and not on the lies. First, transform yourself on the inside of your being through following and living the truth and light with actions of love towards others, of kindness, cooperation, sharing of togetherness, the natural flow of the universe, and not continue to stay divided and fighting each other. Nothing. Most importantly, reconnecting to your soul and the universal consciousness of light through the practice and discipline of daily meditations of silence and peace. This will help you to raise your vibrations and transform your physical body into a light body, which is needed to be in the 5th dimension or higher. No spiritual masters on Mother Earth ever advertised themselves or went out of their way to show to the world who they really were by performing miracles in front of many. This is only on what an ego would do, and it would never reach those heights of advancement. Instead, they stayed hidden from everyone, focusing on the path of enlightenment and helping others in need without attracting any attention to themselves. Except for the ones who were seeking the truth, they were guided and found their light in the dark world, becoming their students, and eventually only the dedicated souls became spiritual masters themselves from their teachings. The ones who keep appearing in front of the cameras are just false prophets looking for fame, money, and nothing else. The real masters carry humility and humbleness within their soul, with no ego present at all. Many human beings still follow the false messiahs, looking to be saved by them, who just use them to acquire more power and wealth for themselves without helping others. It's their lesson to learn on what is true and on what is not. Each human being evolves on their own speed and through their own personal experiences. They will ascend when they are ready, maybe in the near future or millions years from now. It's their soul's choice on what they will learn and path they will take. Most of human beings on Mother Earth are aware and are used to seeing the lava from a volcano to flow and burn in yellow, orange, and red color. A lot less souls in this world know about the electric blue color of lava flames. This happens naturally from the sulfuric gases coming from underground, which ignite from making contact with oxygen. One of the few places in this world it happens on is Kavalian volcano in Indonesia. The moment the ascension happens on this planet, it will be announced to everyone on who will be moving to a higher dimension of light or a lower one of more darkness. The soul's next destination will be determined on what vibration they reflect. Thank you, Ambassador of Galactic Light Forces, for this opportunity to speak to humanity today. My dear ones, please receive my blessings and supreme love. Follow your own path of light to freedom from the center of your being, coming from your soul, and do not chase after the false lights on the outside who only give empty promises that never come true, leading to a loss of time and energy, bringing with it only disappointments and heartaches, taking you to nowhere. Buddha, channeled by Erena Velazquez, Ambassador of Galactic Light Forces.